They should. He's really skilled in this game, and they did somewhat warm up with that first match. So, thing is, who really is gonna really come out on top for this one?
That is the question at hand, and we only have one way to figure out the answer as we start things off. Pokemon Stadium 2 is going to be our opening stage. No major surprises in that department. It seems like we got potentially a button check going on. Either that or neither player is looking to approach. It looks like it was the latter starting things off here. Prince trying to find some aggression and getting called out for it by Lynx with the jab. Now, I don't see what's going on because Discord is having a connection fit. But now we're back, and I didn't miss too much.
Yeah, it wasn't much you missed. They're still somewhat even. They're both playing it cautious, which is understandable.
Again, blindly going in is something that both of these characters, and honestly pretty much every character in the game, benefits from your opponent doing. You gotta pick your battles very carefully, and when dealing with two characters this high on the tier list, they're up here for a reason. They make irresponsible approaches matter so much. You know, there are characters where, oh, you're irresponsibly approaching me, you're gonna eat like a couple of hits, you're gonna take maybe 20-30%. These characters, you respond irresponsibly or you approach irresponsibly, you are either going to be eating like half your stock worth of damage, or you are going to be taking be put in an absolutely horrendous position, both of which
just had a stroke for me for a second.
Yeah, me as well. Lynxical managing to close out the first stock here. However, the scoreboard is wrong, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Still on the last set.
It is Lynx. They kind of not are.
I'm sure.
There we go.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
We'll be all right. We'll be okay.
Maybe.
Potentially. Again, assuming Discord doesn't want to have a like hissy fit and actually wants to show us what's going on, we should be all right. In the meantime, though, again, Lynx holding on to the stock relatively well, just doing a good job at denying the opportunity, denying Prince any opportunities to close out the first stock of the game, which is definitely what you need to do. Establishing big leads against Sonic and making sure that Sonic has to continue approaching you is absolutely what you want to do in this matchup.
It is absolutely crucial to making or breaking your win.
Having to approach Sonic is such a miserable experience because you literally cannot keep up with Sonic at all. There is not a single character in the game that is able to move as fast as Sonic, and as such, Sonic gets to set the pace, which is, I think, something that the developers weren't necessarily accounting for when making this character. Though it looks like it's going to be Lynx taking game number one, Prince opting to just let that game go and potentially move on to the second one.
All right, cool. I was gonna bring TSH back up.
I think the stream is dying again. It might just be me though.
Yeah, it was.
No,
I was looking
it
in
looks fine for me.
It
on
was.
Twitch?
Yeah, it was dying a second ago, and then we had to bring it back up.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
On.
Well, right now it's 1-0 between these two.
1-0 Lynx's favor. Lynx starting off with a very convincing opening. Again, trying to play from a 3-stock-to-1 deficit for either of these players is going to be brutal because they really are quite evenly matched. I mean, that first game was very, very one-sided. However, that's just sort of bound to happen. No matter how good at this game you are prone to getting just kind of screwed over. It just happens. And when you're playing against somebody who's like at that same skill level as you, sometimes it's just not worth it to try to put everything into making a 3-stock comeback. Instead, just, again, refreshing your brain, getting into that second game, and going from there.
Yeah, you have to keep going. You have to keep going no matter what. That's this thing. That's the thing with this game. The question is, what can you either player really do? And it looks like Lynxical is gonna have to trouble finding out.
Dang. Okay.
Again, for this second game, we're seeing some of that stage counter pick mentality going into it. We got the pick of Town and City, small side blast zones, which is always a benefit for Pyra and Mithra, but having more room on the stage is exactly what you want if you are playing as Prince here. It's just you do not want to be dealing with Pyra and Mithra without being able to get away from her and kind of stay out of her effective range. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Prince doing such an immaculate job at just pushing Lynx completely out of this game number 2. It's a complete 180 from what we saw in this first game. Lynx, though, opting to stay in and try to push Prince to put in a little bit more work if he wants to take home second game and even up the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because right now it's going to be looking. It looks like Lynxical is just in trouble. Complete 180 from what we saw last time.
Absolutely. Again, it's just such an awkward position to be in, too. Knowing that you have to approach Sonic, it's not a pleasant place to be. Finally, Link's going to manage to get a stock on the board, but you are at 104%. You have yet to deal double digits, at least as I started that sentence you haven't yet to, but... Regardless, it's a steep uphill slope. Oh, what happened? I blinked and he died. What is going on?
Forward air, forward air is heavy hitting, especially when you're near the blast zone.
Oh,
Forward air is certainly a move, to say the least. Link's doing a shockingly good job at bringing yourself back into this game at hand again. Oh, no.
Now what?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
It really has to. Like, wow.
That is unfortunate. Prince did say he was tired, so, I mean, you gotta cut him a little bit of slack, but, oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
It is a sign of life from Prince, but I don't know how much more is left in the tank there.
I mean, it's not impossible.
We've seen that Prince is very much so capable of putting in a lot of work here. Now, though, not going to be allowed to go to Town and City to close out the set.
Wow.
All right. Well, I feel
He got hit by online being bad, which, yeah, that's just the Nintendo thing, dog.
Unfortunately.
That's how it be, man. No matter how skilled you are, the grand arbiter is you're not only playing against your opponent, you're also playing against the game itself. And sometimes you just get dealt with losing a hand. We will see, though. We got one more game in the tanks, potentially more if Prince is able to thug things out here. Taking things over for game number 3, we are going to Final Destination, which definitely a fitting stage pick. It may very well be the final destination for this set, depending on how things go. I like this pick a lot for both of these characters. Definitely both characters that want to have you stuck in the air and sort of forced into these juggle scenarios. So I respect it a lot. I do feel like it slightly favors Sonic, because Sonic is just so able to get over to the ledge.
wow. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's not dead just yet. The down air smash is powerful, but you're not on a platform. You don't have platforms to be on.
You know what? That is also true. That is definitely true. There's 0 platforms, so it's basically an advantage for both these people, both these characters right here. But one actually hits hard. That's the thing.
One hits hard, the other hits fast, and in the battle of the two, we will see which method is most prevalent. There are definitely ample differences, though. It's going to be Lynx taking the first stock here, catching the neutral getup with, or whatever the getup option was. It looked like a neutral getup to me, but again, Discord's being weird. It could have been like a jump getup. Whatever it was.
It's actually working for me now, so something's fixing.
smooth
Oh, wait. That might be it for Lynx. Never mind.
Yeah, slightly too far back to hit the forward smash. Kind of tricky spacing option there because you want to outspace the sword.
Ooh, the foresight. Okay, so this is interesting because this is similar to how it went last set when these two first fought in winners.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
Prince definitely down, but certainly not out, to say the least. Just needs a solid opening here. Lynx gonna find the up B. It's not gonna be able to kill from across the stage, though.
That was good.
There we go, but that's definitely gonna be able to kill.
Oh, absolutely. Sonic hit with you at 155. More than happy to kill you off of a straightforward air.
Yeah, speaking of Stray, looks like they're gonna be. What in the world?
Good question.
Okay. I don't know what happened there, but either way, Lynxico's not letting up the pressure right now, and there it is. There's the kill.
Dang.
One big forward tilt, Prince down to potentially his tournament stock right now, unless he can put something together. It is Aegis, and you did just unsafely side B onto Sonic's shield. You're gonna get punished for that one.
Oh, but that nair is just strong and powerful on Pyra. Surprising thing is Lynxical doesn't really switch to Mithra unless absolutely needed to. But Lynxical will most likely just stay Pyra.
Again, though, that sort of makes sense in this matchup to a degree. I feel like Mithra is close enough to Sonic in speed where she can sort of challenge it. And again, having big disjointed hitboxes is certainly helpful. But when it comes down to things, I feel like taking absolute advantage over and trying to maximize the advantage you have in hitboxes is probably to your benefit here, and that's exactly what we're gonna see. A big forward air coming out from Lynxical, gonna close out the set in a 3-0 fashion. Lynxical maintaining her win streak over the Sundown series and winning the number 62.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cappy said Coinbox Grands at home.
For real.
Wow.
It really is too. It's Sonic versus Aegis and his Coinbox Grands on a budget.